folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm kind of on a roll today with feeling creative and motivated to do readings and optimistic and just really liking the energy, so I'm going with it and gonna do just one more layout today for us. It happens to be the new moon, but this is intended to be timeless like most of these uploads. And this is going to be a layout for our abundance in love or in money or both. What do we have to look forward to? What kinds of manifestations can we do to attract money, to attract abundance? I have a couple things here that I like to utilize when I'm doing that type of attraction work. I've got a mercury dime that I will sometimes charge some water with a mercury dime and then use that water to attract abundance. Mercury dimes have a long history of use in magic, specifically in the United States. A long tradition, so I recommend looking into that. I was very fortunate to find mine, and it felt like it was left as a little gift on the ground. I was walking in a neighborhood where I no longer live, but I was walking to my car in the neighborhood and glanced down, and there it was, a shiny little mercury dime in my path, and I feel very blessed. I love this little dime. It's one of my favorite tools. The other tool I have here is a lodestone that I keep in this little sachet or wedding ring case to attract love and abundance in the realm of the heart. And the lodestone was a gift from my teacher, Corinne Boyer. Lodestones also have a long history of use in magical and folk magic workings, so look that up, LODE stone. I also feel very fortunate to have this as one of my tools. So this layout today is going to be a Tetractus layout for anything that we should be aware of or conscious of around our abundance and how to generate abundance in love and in the realm of the heart as well. So happy days to you. What's going to be important for us to know in terms of attracting our good fortune, good mojo, healthy, happy, joyous attractions? How can we attract in the new? Very material. Air, earth, and fire are in the foundational column here, so that's really wonderful for attracting abundance because that's a very physical, foundational energy that's structural in the physical plane, right? Ooh, my gosh, the Fool at the center. Really, oh man, this is great. So a little bit of a warning here, but with a lot of really powerful energy on your side as well. So in regards to your abundance in love or in the heart or in both, in your life, in your material world, which includes joy, harmony, safety, security, all that. So the cornerstone card here is the Eight of Pentacles. So you've been working, and the Eight of Pentacles is a card of success. So the work that you're investing into your own abundance in the realm of the heart and in the realm of the earth element is working. You are succeeding. That is the cornerstone. And my guess is that you're aware of that you're succeeding. And this is a little burst of truth here in this cornerstone card, that is accurate, and that you have the clarity to know that this has been hard work. This Ace of Swords here in the foundational column is very indicative of operating from a very clear and focused, wise judgment that's also very new and with a mind towards newness and towards beginnings. So that's also a great energy to have around a new moon that we happen to be in right now. And that new moon energy will infuse this reading, even if you happen to be catching it not on a new moon cycle. Just know that that cleansing energy is present. So you have the clarity and you've had the willingness to do the hard work. You've had moments at times where you've wondered, is it ever going to pay off? Is this ever going to come through? Are my obstacles ever going to get any easier to overcome? The Seven of Pentacles is a card of fatigue, but the cornerstone is the Eight of Pentacles. So you know that you're succeeding. You've been fatigued though. It's been periodically an experience of wondering, when are you ever going to get there? And then in the facts position here is the King of Wands. So you're coming into the mastery of what you've been creating. The King of Wands is a master creator, much like a magician. He moves with authority. He moves with security. He moves with intent, creative intent, and he's a master at it. He's at the top of his suit, right? The King of Wands. Those are the facts. So you are in kind of this unstoppable energy where you have clear vision towards what you're trying to create for yourself in this abundance. And you're really you've really come into your own through this, and you're succeeding very well. The vulnerability is the Two of Swords. So you may have felt frustrated, and again, this would kind of speak somewhat to that Seven of Pentacles, where you may have been feeling frustrated about what things holding you back potentially, or feeling blocked when you're in this King of Wands energy. A Two of Swords might not be a very welcome sight. You might feel frustrated, like, get out of my way, whatever it is, whatever the stillness or the stopping energy or the blocked or resting energy of the Two of Swords has been a vulnerability for you and a frustration. The very heart of things is the new beginning that your mind has realized with this Ace of Swords. You are creating it. You are empowered, and you have really alchemized your inner warrior and strength. And fortaleza, I just used that word in a little piece I'm writing for an unrelated project. I'm on a King of Wands energy, right? I was doing some writing earlier. I did a couple readings. I just have all these like light bulbs going off and like connections. It's a really nice feeling. And this is that kind of strength. Like, I've come through a really intense time in my life, and those have been many in my life as well. It's not like I've come through this one event in one piece. It's like I've come through like a cat with 9 lives, right? So with this strength card, like, you're in this position with this new beginning and this empowered, strong position to be like, how do you want it? How do you feel? You're set, you're solid, you know what's coming, you know what's creating. You've got the discernment to recognize who might be trying to get in your way and who's looking for a come up, for example. You're really in a strong position of recognizing your own inner hunger for this kind of thing, but keeping it under control in a way that's ethical and wise. It's great energy, really great. So your shadow side may at times be wanting or speaking to you about being manipulative or being sneaky yourself. And there's not necessarily anything wrong with it if we're talking about something like war or spy work, or, you know, something that requires manipulation and clandestine movement, or being below the radar, or even being deceptive. Like, it's funny that this thought came to mind earlier. For some reason, the character Moneypenny from 007 was in my mind, and how 007 as a spy was often like sleeping with a spy who was trying to get information from him, and it was kind of this like double assassin in bed with an assassin kind of energy. Like, there's some kind of quality to that I picked up on before I even did the layout. And so this is not in a negative way. I'm not speaking about like you're in danger. It's nothing like that. It's all about kind of the strategy or the wisdom of like a ninja assassin, or a shogun, or, you know, some kind of samurai experience. There's like this kind of warrior energy here. And your shadow might be telling you at times, go sneaky, go into the realm of illusion and quiet and silence, maybe in a way of turning this Two of Swords to your advantage somehow, possibly. But you don't want to lose track of your ethics. That's maybe something to be aware of, since this urge is coming from your shadow. It's a very strong urge. It's a high priestess urge. And a high priestess isn't just, I mean, I'm not saying that she's manipulative, not at all, but because this is in the shadow aspect, that's why I'm looking for like a quality of a high priestess is very mysterious. She doesn't reveal anything to anyone, really. So you may be moving in the dark, moving like a ninja, moving like an assassin, moving below the radar, right? In ways that people have no clue about. And your shadow's encouraging this. You know that you're succeeding. This card is the Chariot. You know you're racing towards your success. It's like you're not even worried almost anymore about these obstacles. They've been frustrations. But compared to your power as an inner, having a high priestess within you, racing towards a success like a chariot, this Two of Swords, or these annoying Seven of Pentacles, Two of Swords obstacles really are no match for you. And this is reflected here in that Strength card. They've been frustrating deterrents, almost like shoo fly, right? Like, get out of here, fly, you know. I appreciate that. Where the energy's headed is another conflict. But again, it's a Five of Swords. So it's a conflict that you might have to be doing more of this type of clandestine, sneaky, below the radar type maneuvering, because you're headed towards a Five of Swords. So I'm going to pull a little bit of information. It's not really anything to worry about, the Five of Swords. It's more just to let you know that you have some maneuvering to do in a calculated way here to keep yourself and your best interests protected, is what it's looking like. You're good that you have this clarity on your side of the Ace of Swords. You know you're strong and empowered. You know you have power that other people aren't even necessarily aware of consciously. They may not even necessarily see you as someone with power. That could be. And that's why this is a little bit in the shadow. Sometimes not being seen for a long time can create a shadow, a distorted desire for power. So that's something to watch out for. What about this Five of Swords? What should you know? The Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Moon. So things, there might be a conflict that arises because there's a little bit of illusion present and things are not what they seem. This is really beautiful because I was kind of wondering, you know, where's the love or money aspect of this reading? Because I set that intention, and then it was more about you and your mind and the way that you're moving in the world. And I was sort of wondering, like, that's weird that it didn't really come up. It was just saying you're being materially successful in what you're doing. But now here in this Five of Swords energy is love, romantic love with the Two of Cups, a very beautiful representation of love, and the seed of love, a new beginning, a planted seed. This is very beautiful. It could be physical and literal, like a sexual encounter that's pending, that's coming for you. But there may be a little bit of conflict woven into the energy for some reason. Because of this lunar energy, things may not be quite what they seem. So it might be, that's going to be important for you to know, that you don't go right towards this angry inner high priestess who might be willing to use her power to strike back if she thinks she's about to be hurt. This is kind of like saying, caution, don't go charging so far ahead because you know you're being successful, because you don't see everything necessarily, even if you think you do. So you've got to watch out for that. There's a little bit of potential for overconfidence is what it's looking like here with these clarifying cards. So let me pull some of these to give us a little bit more information. What else should you know about the abundance that's coming in for you? There's a possibility for a conflict because things are maybe not quite what they seem, or you may not have all the information. But again, it's fairly minor. It's not the what's the biggest energy is the lunar energy of possible illusions. So you don't want to jump into a conflict. You want to respect the lunar energy and the lunar landscape right now, that you don't necessarily know what's to come. So just stay humble and keep doing your work here in your foundation for your new beginning. That's all you really need to worry about, because you're succeeding. This is really great energy for you. I'm really excited for you. It's a wonderful layout, a really wonderful energy. How does your inner warrior perceive surrender? So that's this energy right here. This high priestess, if she has a reaction to something she perceives to be happening without slowing down to make sure she's seeing accurately, it may be wise to surrender in a moment of arising conflict, because she may recognize now with this kind of intuitive prompt from this reading, like, I don't have all the information, so even though I feel reactive to what this person is doing or saying, I'm not going to draw my sword, because things are not what they seem, and I know that. That's a type of surrender to a moment when you know something going on is bigger than you. Even you, a high priestess. What else? Do not cast your pearls before swine. This is that same kind of thing. Don't get caught up in a distracting argument. Don't give pearls of wisdom towards distraction, the swine being the distraction, the lower based energy that really isn't worth your time and is kind of an illusion. Impregnation, abundance, and fertility. Avoid these distractions, because exactly what I said, here's what's coming. Impregnation, abundance, fertility. This could literally be a sexual encounter where there's a conception with this Two of Cups and this Ace of Pentacles. So just know that. Very beautiful and exciting energy. And now, what else? Kind of not feeling really drawn to any of these cards, honestly. I'll pull an ink blot to do a little bit of a gaze here at the end, and then that'll do it. What can we gaze into here in this scrying ink? What can we see about this dynamic circumstance here? Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I love it so much. I see ovaries right here and a womb and a penetration. That is amazing. And these two little sperm here. So this fertility and abundance, it could be very literal, like a sexual encounter resulting in a pregnancy and a conception. It could also just be your abundance and your gift of abundance that is coming for you because you've been doing this work with such clarity and empowered sight and vision behind you and behind this work. This is really a seminal card, and semen and seminal energy has been coming up a lot, both in the Obsidian Mirror podcast and now here in this layout with the seed, the new beginning, the Ace of Swords. It's very penetrating. Sperm, ovaries, phallus. I can even kind of see like tadpoles here and like water type life forms. And then gazing into this feature here is sort of like showing me like a whirlpool, again, very water-based, like moving energy. It's not stagnant. It's very moving whirlpool, but soothing, not frightening. Really beautiful energy. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. And I just would like to thank you for being here. I'm wishing you an abundant energy to come directly towards you for your heart, for all the wishes of your dreams and your heart's desires, and your money and your material security and abundance. Oh, my feet keep falling asleep under me here. Thank you much, and I'll see you next time.